Hey guys, so today we're going to be doing some coordinate geometry work where you are required to calculate the equation of a line given some points. What you need to know in order to do this, you need to know what a gradient is and how to calculate it. You need to know and have some understanding of y equals mx plus b. You need to know equations and how to use them, and you need to know substitution. So let's go through the steps first. My advice is that you pause the video and write these down because we're going to be referring to these. The first step is to label each point x1, y1 and the second point x2, y2. The second step is to use those 2 points and find the gradient using the formula. The third point is once you've found the gradient, you then use the gradient and one of the points, preferably x1 and y1, and you put it into the gradient, 1 point gradient form, which we're going to go through later. And the fourth point is to rearrange whatever you have then to make it y equals mx plus b. So let's go through an example. So I'm given a table of values and the question states that find the equation of this line. So step 1 was to get 2 points and label them. So I can pick any 2 points. For this question, I'm going to pick the positive numbers because it's easier to work with when you're subtracting. So I'm going to pick the first point as 2, 1. So I have 2, 1, and the next point as 3, 3. Now we know we have to label these first. So the first one's going to be x1, y1, and the next one's going to be x2 and y2. So that's step 1. Step 2 is to find the gradient. And I use the gradient formula, which is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So we just substitute these in now. So I have y2, which is 3, minus 1, over x2, which is 3, minus 2. I have 2 over 1, which equals 2. So I found my gradient to be 2. Step number 3 is to put this into a 1 point gradient form. Now the 1 point gradient form is y minus y1 equals mx minus x1. So I just substitute the things I know. I know m as 2. We figured that out. I know y1 as 1, which I get from up there. And I know x1 as 2, which I also get from up here. So now I just rewrite this and substitute this in. So I have y minus 1 equals 2x minus 2. I expand this. This becomes y minus 1, where I expand the brackets, equals 2x minus 4. Now the next step is to rearrange this to get it into y equals mx plus b. So in order to get y equals mx plus b, I need to get rid of this plus 1 here. So the opposite of that the minus 1, my apologies. The opposite is plus 1 on both sides. That cancels out. I'm left with y equals 2x minus 3. And there I have found my y equals mx plus b equation of a straight line. Now, the interesting thing here is this doesn't only work for table of values, but it could also work for a graph if you're given points. Now, the important point here is that you need to find any 2 points that cross over on an exact corner. I've shown these here using red dots, so you can use any of these 2. For example, if I looked at the top point, that is 2, 5. And if I use, let's say, this point, that is 0, 1. But I could use any 2 points and label them x1, y1, x2, y2 and do the same steps. So now I'm going to get you guys to pause the video and try these questions yourself, and we'll go through the recommended answers. Okay, you guys should have done that by now, and got those answers. If you didn't, give me a yell and I'll try and help you out. Thank you.